Okay, so on to the very last track in Sammy's Melody Machinations, man. It's been a very, very, very cool series. Absolutely love the variety of music over here. Is it gonna beat Series 11? No, I think Series 11 is actually the epitome of all series that you've requested. I think like we set the bar at Series 11, but this has been absolutely entertaining. There's nothing I haven't liked in this, and there's been some highlights. But I know for a fact we're gonna end off strong, because here we've got Slash and Myles Kennedy, Rare Acoustic. This is called Civil War, man. For those of you who are only joining us now, this is literally you're joining us at the arse end of this series, because this is the last reaction. I'd suggest you go right to the beginning of the series and watch from there. It's been a very, very cool, very entertaining series. And Sammy, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate the continued support to the channel. And yeah, this is not the last you're seeing of Sammy, I assure you that. But let's wrap this series up, man. Civil War, Slash, Myles Kennedy, Rare Acoustic. Let's see what we got. Let's go.
Look at your young men fighting. Look at your women crying. Look at your young men dying, the way they've always done before.
That is unfortunately the sad tragedy of man, is that we have always fought. There's no such thing as a utopia where we're going to get to a situation where everybody agrees with each other and no one's going to fight over territory and resources and cultures and all those kind of things. No such thing, never going to happen, has never happened. We've managed to progress into a world where we've limited that immensely through treaties and laws and things like that. But it seems like that's all breaking down now as well. So hopefully we don't go back into barbarism like we once had, because it took us many, many, many years to get out of that. And there were people that gave up their today to give you your tomorrow. Yeah, sad, but that is the sadness of society and sadness of humanity. It'll never change.
Look at the hate we're breeding. Look at the fear we're feeding. Look at the lies we're leading, the way we've always done before.
See, exactly, 100% right. The way we've always done before.
My hands are tied. You bow yourself from side to side.
Bro, this motherfucker's voice is ridiculous, man. I love this dude's voice, dude. It's so unique. My hands are... Okay, I'm not even gonna fucking try that. Oh my god. I can't even mimic how good that voice is. Carry the cross of homicide. Fire! Very, very clever. That's the cross we carry. We carry the cross of murder. We carry the cross of destroying people's lives. And we're going to have to carry and bear that cross for, well, the entirety of human existence, because that's just who we are.
Carry the cross of homicide. Ashtray bears the lines of our civil war.
These performances are my favorite from Myles Kennedy.
shot the man who said peace could last forever. And my first memories, they shot Kennedy. I went on when I learned to see, so I never...
What did he say? My first memories when they shot Kennedy. How old is Myles Kennedy? Wait a second. I'm assuming he's talking about JFK. Unless it's like kind of like a metaphor where he's basically saying my first memories when they shot Kennedy or shocked Kennedy. I'm not sure in terms of his own name and maybe his own life, but I think it's my first memories when they shot Kennedy because it's playing down that whole sort of like civil war narrative type thing.
You wear a black armband when they shot the man who said peace could last forever. And my first memories, they shot Kennedy.
This situation is less of a civil war and more of the fact that we almost went into nuclear war under JFK, although he was a brilliant leader and actually strategically got the USA out of the Cuban Missile Crisis through a single fucking letter to Khrushchev. How crazy is that? A single letter, even though the entirety of his military advisors literally said, no, we literally need to invade. It doesn't matter. They actually said, this is literally a fact, you can research it, that they literally told Kennedy, it's fine. It's like we'll go to nuclear war and we'll lose 30 million Americans, but they'll lose 100 million Russians, and that will be a victory. Just imagine the actual prospect of that as something not to mention that they came up with an entire, I can't remember what the actual document was, where they actually wanted to wage like terrorist attacks within America and blame it on Cuba to go to war with Cuba during that time. And when they presented it to JFK's like, yep, no, we're not doing that. I'm like, just to think that they actually did that. But it is actually fucking crazy. Like I said, amateurs operate in the sun. This is what Oppenheimer. It was actually one of the statesmen in the United States during World War II, and he says amateurs operate in the sun, but true power operates in the shadows. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's the way of the world.
And my first memories, they shot Kennedy. I went on when I learned to see, so I never fell for Vietnam. We got the wall in D.C. to remind us all that you can't trust freedom when it's not in your head.
You can't trust freedom when it's not in your hands. Please, can somebody actually sort of take that in, specifically the younger generation? Can you take that in? You can't trust freedom when it's not in your hands. If you're putting your freedom in the hands of the powerful elite, when they tell you, no, it's cool, we will look after you. In order for you to have freedom, you need to have agency. You need a government that is not centralized, and a government that is as small as possible as opposed to being as big as possible. You don't want the government sticking their tentacles into your private life and into your thing. That was the idea of democracy. But this over here is we need to go into more socialized sort of idea of democracy, where we want the government to take care of everything for people, and then eventually get to a point where the moment you don't comply, they will rip that carpet from beneath you. The government is there to provide the very basic things that you need in a country. They need to provide your security, your infrastructure, and other sort of amenities that you need, right? But they are not there to control your life. That is not why democracy exists. And a lot of people do not understand democracy. A lot of people tend to think that it's about the guy who you vote in. No, democracy is not about the guy you vote in. It's about the guy you vote out. That is the idea of democracy. The guy that's not delivering is the guy that the people vote out, because they should fear the people. Because if the people feel like they're unhappy, the people feel like that their needs are not being met by the government, their basic needs are not being met by the government, they get to vote the fucker out. That's the whole idea of democracy. Not about who you vote in. It's about who you vote out. You didn't do your job, get the fuck out of here. It sends a message. We are more powerful than you. That's the power of democracy, right? So, yeah, anyway.
That you can't trust freedom when it's not in your head. Well, everybody's fighting for the promised land. Oh, I don't need a civil war. Hey! It feeds the rich while it buries the poor. Your power hungry solid soldiers in a human grocery store.
we always end off with heat. This is obviously going to be the highlight. It's going to be the highlight because I love Myles Kennedy in these kind of like intimate sort of little performances where he's just sitting there and performing. It is my absolute favorite. I've never seen this. This is crazy, and I'm loving Slash on the acoustic guitar. I actually probably prefer him on the acoustic than the electric. I know that's going to be somewhat controversial. Someone's going to come at me for that. He's very good on the electric, but I'm more down the plain Jane acoustic guitar, man. I'll take this over anything, man.
Shoes you're filling. Look at the blood we're spilling. Look at the world we're killing. The way we've always done before. Look at the doubt wallowed. Look at the leaders we followed. Look at the lies we swallowed. And I don't wanna hear no more.
This motherfucker's voice is so sick. It's so I can't even say what is it. It's literally like gritty though. I don't know. There's something about his voice. It's so unique. There's no other artist with a voice like this. It's mad. I love Myles Kennedy's voice, man.
My hands are tied. But all I've said is change my mind. See the walls go on without brainwash, but the love of God on human rights. And all these things are swept aside by bloody hands of the hypnotized who carry the cross of homicide. And straight bells the skies on my civil war. Active selective annihilation of mayors and government officials. For example, to create a vacuum, then we fill that vacuum. As popular war advances, then peace is close.
We create the vacuum, then we fill that vacuum. Yeah, that's unfortunately what the military complex does. It creates a vacuum, like it creates a narrative to go to war, like, let's say, nuclear weapons, WMDs, and then they go into a country, completely destabilize it, obviously go for its resources, which they're going to do because most wars are wars of resources. And then afterwards we fill that vacuum for a couple of years, get tired of that war, right? Get some war fatigue. So this is not enough for us anymore. So you know what we're going to do? We're actually just going to fund people on the ground who actually hate us and create a whole other fucking problem, right? And then create a whole other issue that's going to permeate across the fucking Middle East and the world. And we're going to fund that. And when that happens, we're going to fund somebody else who hates us to go and fight the people who initially hated us. It's just ludicrous. And all for money, all for profit. It's a money laundering operation. Most of these wars are money laundering operations today. Most of them. Anyway, carry on.
I don't need a civil war, yeah. It feeds the rich while it buries the poor. Hey. If I were hungry, selling soldiers in a human grocery store, ain't that fresh?
this is so much fire. This is so fucking hot. This literally wipes the floor with everything we've listened to, and no disrespect to them. No disrespect to the last, all the other tracks that we listened to up until this point, because they were flipping great tracks that we listened to, right? But you put Myles Kennedy, man. You put Myles Kennedy at the end of all of it, and he is going to smoke the field, man. Come on, bro. This is fire, 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 fire. Frank Warner is going to absolutely love this. I know for a fact. This is down his alley. Slash can make that fucking thing sing though, eh? Jeez, he can make that fucking thing sing, bro.
Thank you. All right. If you ever hear that on acoustic anywhere else, you know that we did it first here. I guess this is our last song.
Well, that's the first time I've actually heard Slash speak. To be honest.
First here. I guess this is our last song.
But it isn't, because the video's finished. Where's the last song? How can you leave me on a cliffhanger like that? It's like, oh, this is our last song. Oh, no, it's not for me. I mean, come on, bro. Oh my god, that is fire. That is fire. That for me is obviously, we always end off strong with the Sammy series, always, but this over here is ending off more than strong. This is ending off on like titanium grade strong. You know what I mean? This is fire, 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 fire. Absolutely love this. This was the absolute overall highlight of the entire series, even though there were other highlights. But of course, this was so sick. Loved this. What a great way to end. I love you all. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. I hope you enjoyed the series. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.